Alright, I'm doing it. I'm also going to be recording it, just in case, but I'm doing a standard...
He doesn't.
He doesn't! I'm doing a standard, back to the basics, Twitch, highlight, export to YouTube, Farlands or Bust, and Bust, VB. For this, the June 17th of June, 2025, we left off at 77,131.81 megabytes on the world size. Get your woofs ready. Hello, Farlanders. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. It kind of loses its importance when we've already been here and have extended our warmest greetings to each other. But yes, let's break out of the hidey hole, secure the hidey hole, grab that dog. Oop. Look at that creeper. What do I need? Wood. I do need wood. Look at those creepers. And continue west to the Farlands here. Well, another creeper. It's Creeperton. Creeperton Alley. Abbey? Creeperton Abbey. Abbey? Wow, Spoiler Abbey. We overstayed our intro. Indeed. Hi. It's been a little... Yeah, it's been a while. We played over the weekend a bunch of game demos. But we went for a long, lengthy 2-stream stretch where we didn't do Farlands or Bust. Zombie residue. Do I need... I don't need pigs. I could use sheep. I seen it. Pallet hands. Thank you for the attempt. Aren't you, like, at an airport or something? Sorry. Isn't that what you were posting in the Discord? I'm sorry, in the YouTube community? What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh yeah, we were playing a bunch of demos. I think we had a good equal smattering of good and bad demos that we played. Baby Steps seems like it's gonna be good. Wolfie agrees. Hurdling seems like it's gonna be good. Oops. What else seemed good?
You're not Nana.
Oh.
Nana's dead.
Baby Steps is the one where you kept walking around in circles, right?
The map was a circle. Yes. The map was circular. Infinite, if you will. Repetitive. Oh yeah, the 3-dimensional puzzle game. Where like you build buildings and little dioramas, but as puzzles. That seemed alright. Yeah, as long as you don't choose 400 pieces per puzzle. I mean, it was such a memorable Steam Nextfest that I forgot everything. Good thing I added them to my wish list. The sleepwalking girlfriend game. Good, funny concept, bad execution. We'll pass on that one. There were some stinker racing games. Like the infinite motorcycle racing through traffic game. There was a Formula One game that didn't seem like it could quite decide if it was a cartoony chibi racing game or a serious simulating racing game. There was the spaceship checkpoint racing shooting game that was not great. I mean, it seemed well made-ish, just not fun. Like chorves. Chorves. Oh yeah, the trolley solution. We even had the developer pop in after we finished playing the demo. Took some immediate feedback. Ding ding. Oh, there was a very bad mushroom one that wouldn't even let us escape the map. Mushroom Hunter Simulator or some random series of words like that. I don't remember. God, I don't remember. What else? There's so many. There's apparently like maybe what's it called? There's like a possibly like a good mushroom game. I forgot what it's called. But there's like a sequel even. Moral. Yeah, Moral. That, like, I guess we should try that one. That one is, like, allegedly... I don't know if I want to say good before I play it, but I'll say well made. There was the Long Dark clone. Oh, that was, that's the new PlayerUnknown's game. We did not like that one. Because it was like, leave the cabin. So I'm like, okay, and then you die immediately. It's alright. Good game, everybody. See you next week. Yeah, nothing else sticks out in my mind. There was boobs. We didn't play boobs, but there was boobs. The game. Which I can only imagine is just boob physics. If that's what you're into, I will not, no shame, but I definitely can't be on Twitch. And I'm also sure it's probably pretty terrible. And maybe a Bitcoin miner Trojan. No, that was a different demo. I don't even know. No, that we were playing Steam Roulette when we came across the NFT dinosaur asset flip. But then again, we also found that one, like, historical Greek educational game that we didn't finish, and then it didn't save our progress, so I don't think we'll ever finish. How will we know what happened to the Greeks? You're leaving me in suspense. Was it Roman? Roman, Greeks, potato, potato. Tomato, pomegranate, you know, all the same. feel like there were others, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Yeah, that's what we did on stream for a couple of days in a row. Bah. And I also took the day off last week for my birthday. My birthday. We took a road trip, a day trip. Let's call it a day trip, because it was just for a day. Like, we didn't stay. We went. I'm a little bit disappointed that there was no sign or bollard indicating as such, but we went to the furthest northwest point of the continental United States. Which I had never been. Northwest. Northwest. Not northeast. Northwest. The compass. So yeah, it's like a 4-hour drive. We took Juno. We were gonna go to Portland for the day, but the dog sitter, cat sitter wasn't available to like take care of Juno and let her out, so we had to pick something where Juno could come with. So yeah, we drove up there. We stopped by a gluten-free bakery. The girlfriend bought me a bunch of treats. A slice of cake. It was called a candy bar cake. It was like chocolate and caramel and peanuts. Chocolate. A carrot cake muffin. Pretzel. It's hard to find gluten-free pretzels. What did we ate? Then we got kolaches? Not a kolachki. Just like a bun. I'm drowning. Thanks, Wolfie. A bun surrounding filling. Baked as such. I got the hamburger one. It was very good. It's like a hamburger on the inside. The girlfriend got the egg, bacon, cheese one. A sandwich, but like a self-sealing sandwich. If I can borrow a term. Completely enclosed in bread. A pie? No. It's just a ball. You got to Google it. Kolashki. Kalashi. Good lord. Y'all are useless. Kolashi. Alright, listen. Google isn't helpful because all the pictures here have them, like, open. Goulash is cake. Kalashi. I guess they can be open, but ours were completely enclosed. Like this. Kolashi, there's an E. There's an E at the end. Listen, that's just what the restaurant called them. Anyway, it's like a baked... Yeah, that's why I was saying it's like a bun, but not a, like, Chinese or Asian style bun. Anyway, we did that. We took the long drive. Got out. It's a little bit of a hike. Careful, Wolfie. Oh. I do have some pictures. We could have a slideshow later if you want. Yeah, spent a while out there. There's like a cliffside area. And then there's like a beach area. It is on a native land. Reservation land, so you have to, if you are going to go up there, you have to pay $20 for a pass. It's fine, but it's good for the year. So if ever we want to go back... It was good weather. And on the way back, as we were driving, I saw my first ever wild black bear. It crossed the road, like skittered across the road. It was a big one too. The girlfriend says it's the biggest one she's seen. I'd never seen one. She's seen them a couple times with all the time she spends outdoors and in the wilderness. But yeah, I'm like, oh, cool. Our dash cam should have caught that, and we'll be able to look at it again. No, of course not. The dash cam decided to stop recording stuff like an hour before that happened into the drive home. It's like, come on. So you'll have to believe me. I was also, like, worried that, like, oh, slow down, even though it, like, passed far ahead of us, you know, in case you're worried that, like, baby bears were following close behind. They were not. I also tried to, like, get my camera out as we passed by where it went in, but it was gone. It was gone. Not even sure I believe the day trip part. Thank you, Wolfie. Trying to think if there's anything else on that day that... You're making up food stuff that isn't what you say it is. Saying you're seeing bears. You're saying there's some sort of furthest northwest point of continental US. Lies. Lies! Don't... I just heard Wolfie take damage. You mean contiguous? Isn't that what I've been saying? Contiguous. Continental? Continental. Continental works too. Continental includes Alaska. Alaska isn't real. Sorry, the lower 48. Are you gonna get this pig, Wolfie? Oh my god. What else is going on? Oh, frick. Domo arigato, is this a grotto?
You said there would be big news regarding the next F3 press.
I said there would be, just not today. The last 2 days of work, I've been replacing a water pump on a 2001 Dodge Ram pickup truck. Which is annoying. But I got it done. And we'll just see as we use it if it doesn't completely explode. Going west? I am going west, yes. My allergies have been blasting me to this month. I mean, probably due in not any minor point to the fact that I'm working outdoors in an agricultural setting. But also it like got hot super early and super fast here. I think that just made all the grass and weeds just like explode. Which gets me. And my older sister, I called my dad on Father's Day and my older sister was in the background. She recommended Xyzal, which is honestly the only one I've never tried. I was on, like, Allegra, which I switched to last year and worked very well. Side sleeping.
Side sleepin'.
Xyzal sleeping. But yeah, I took it for the first time last night. It works. I'm still sniffly, and it, like, really dried me out, and I had a super bad headache this morning. But it definitely works better. Gift sub.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Cami Mark _.
Thank you for the gift sub. I'm still a little bit schnozzy. Oh, yesterday morning I had a nosebleed from it. Which I never ever get. That was fun. I use chlorpheniramine. I don't know what that is. Are you not the United States? It's very much not. Like if you don't refer to drugs by their brand names. Oh, you are very US. Okay. It's like people in the UK all Tylenol acetaminophen, or whatever it's called. The science names. Science hippies. But Zyzal is the one with the owl in the commercial. This is why Americans only know brand names. Paracetamol, that's what they call it. That's right. But yeah, I don't know if anybody's seen that commercial. I haven't seen it in a while. But the I don't like in the commercial, it's like a 3D owl. And they gave him hands, but his hands, his individual fingers are individual feathers. And it just, and he's like raking up leaves and like walking the dog and stuff. And I'm like, those individual feather hands, fingers have no grip strength. It just bothers me for some reason. Have you been allergic all your life? I saw your earlier message. It got auto-modded. I have been. It seems pretty random, but I do recall generally at the start of the school year, which tends to happen. Well, no, that happens in fall. Wait a minute. I thought that was spring. But yeah, I remember at the beginning of the school year, I would always, maybe it was just a cold, but I would always be sick, and I took like Flonase and stuff. Of course I've moved. That was in Illinois. I don't feel like I had, did I have allergies? Did I have allergies in Arizona? Did I have allergies? I don't remember. No, that's what I mean. I don't remember if I had allergies in Arizona. It's very dry there, and there's very little moisture content, or even really wind. I feel like if I did, it would be like just because everything was stagnant, but that was very... those would also be like smog days where like you had to stay in because of the smog. Arizona has dust storms, yes. But those are generally like one-off events and not like an entire season. A Haboob! Haboob simulator! Just like that demo. But yeah, moving here, I feel like my allergies became more regular. There's definitely the trees, tree pollen, every pollen, but tree pollen and grass pollen gets me. There's definitely a few trees up here. Of course, I also spend more time outdoors here. Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like in Illinois there really wasn't much to do outside. But also, we don't have air conditioning here. So, like, the air in the house isn't getting circulated and filtered. And if it is hot outside, we leave all the windows open. So, there's many factors at play. Many factors at play. Look at this. Pretty neat. Sort of a little bit reminiscent of a previous F3 monument, wouldn't you say? Oh, I need an axe.
When I stroke the beard thusly, do I not appear more intellectual?
Man, Fredity, tier 2 sub. Thank you very much. Hello. 88 months. What's up, Dub? Ah, Wolfie. Just, nope. Damn it. Ah, dang it. Have a seat. Have a seat. I said sit. Dub. What else was I saying? Oh, in addition to my nosebleed yesterday, my Volvo wouldn't start. I switched the mass airflow sensor out. I didn't think that's the problem, but I figured I would try because it's the easiest solution. And that made things worse. I don't see the connection between the nosebleed. No, it just like there was a flurry of things conspiring to make me late for work on Monday. Big bloody nose. Bloody Swedish automobiles not starting. I mean, it would start, it just wouldn't stay running. Which is a problem I've mentioned before. Like, at stop signs are just idling, it's just like, it almost stalls, but this time it was stalling. And I switched it back to the old one that I cleaned, which was also having the problems, and it's been fine now for a couple days. My nose was running fine, yeah. No stalling out on the booger production. Yeah, there was like one reviewer on Amazon for the new mass airflow sensor thing, like the new version. And it's like the official Bosch one too. Like the new version isn't compatible with my version of car. But they're saying it's their equivalent that supersedes. I don't know. Now I'm inclined to believe this conspiracy theorist in the Amazon reviews. Bish bosh bash. As Cone Dodger knows, trying to fix cars is an exercise in spending money for nothing. Wastefully, and not actually being able to then use that part or tool or fix or whatever. So if anybody needs a new Bosch mass airflow sensor that may or may not work in your Volvo, let this guy know. Side sleeping. So what I think it is, and what it probably is a vacuum leak. Like, Volvo wants to sell you a $600 vacuum replacement system. But Rock Auto has one for $100. But also, it's not a small job. I am at the point where I'm wondering, do I just take it to a Volvo mechanic?
Side sleep in.
Thank you. I'll allow the delay. Push it into the sound. Push it off the cliffs of the northeasternmost or northwesternmost part of the contiguous United States and call it a day. I mean, that's what I've been thinking. I've been thinking of pushing it into the ocean. No, I'm like, I like the car. I do wish it was a manual. I do wish it was not having these problems. Now I believe the day trip story. I was scoping out Volvo disposal areas. I'm like, do I want to keep the car? I could theoretically, if I could find the Volvo V70, which is the non-all-wheel drive version, the non-cross country. Those came in manuals, which would, and front-wheel drive, so that would get rid of the problem I'm having with the drive shaft for the all-wheel drive system clankily clanking around. And they also made them non-turbos. Honestly, the only manuals I've seen have been the non-turbos. So that would simplify and perhaps resolve the vacuum leak complexity hassle. But still pretty much be the same exact car. I don't know. I don't know. But then I'm like, I don't... Unless I found a way to hide the problems, I don't think I would be able to sell it for what I bought it for. Traded in for electrical issues. You mean like in exchange? I would like 1 electrical issues, please. I will give you this Volvo in exchange. If I traded it into a dealership, I'd probably be lucky to get half of what I paid for it. If that. Oh, I see. Oh, I see what you were saying. You're swap a car with vacuum issues for a car with electrical issues. I've already had electrical issues. That's another thing I wasted money on. Remember the brake light? I bought a new brake light housing. Well, a used brake light housing. And then it blew just the same. And I had to, like, fix it with strategically applied aluminum foil. Everybody thank Delta Whiskey for doing their dirty work. I mean, I knew that was coming, which is why I didn't even respond. Oh. Or I look for something like a 90s Volvo, like a 240 or an 850 or whatever they're called. new enough to still have, like, safety and airbags. I don't know. Or I just try to get this one fixed, and, like, then it actually becomes a car that doesn't give me headaches. Which that can't exist. That's a myth. True. Yeah, it's true. At that point, much like the pickup truck and every other car I've owned in the past, I will be like, this is boring. This functional car is no longer of interest to me. Let's sell it for something that is non-functional or has functional mysteries that we are unprivy to. Mysteries. Bling, 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 bling. I feel like there was something else that, like, happened, or I wanted to mention. The bear, birthday, the Bulbo. Whoa. Comcast. I went back to the scene of the crime, the Comcast store, and returned my router and said, no more, please. Uninstall. Oh, that's a question I need. This is definitely a regret that I'm going to have in about 90 seconds. Is asking a technical question to chat. But I got the fiber. It's got a new wireless router and even like a pod, a mesh pod, and that's actually what I'm streaming from. Is via the pod. I'm a pod person. But I still have my Google Nest Wi-Fi. I think it's version 2. I don't need to, but it would be nice to have my Google Nest Wi-Fi still up. Mostly because there's like a few things that are just a pain in the ass to try to change, like my bird feeder camera and stuff like that. They're just like a pain to change like the Wi-Fi logins for. There doesn't seem to be a way, and even my cursory Googling of such things, there doesn't seem to be a way to like tell my Google Nest Wi-Fi to stop being a DHCP server and to just be like a, I don't know what to call it, an access point. Just don't be a router. Just let the other router hand out IP addresses and you just exist. There doesn't seem to be a way to do that. Yeah, be a switch. Oh, I need to, Oh, I need one more sand. Two for security. Yeah, there's no... Like, I don't mind that it's its own, like, Wi-Fi, just like a separate Wi-Fi with a separate login. That's fine. I don't expect it to be an extension of the already existing Wi-Fi in existence. I just want it to act on its own. Not act on its own, rather. Yeah, there's no bridge mode that I could enable, and the people on Reddit and whatever are simply say like, oh, just limit the DHCP pool, P pool, the P pool, don't pee in the pool, to 1 IP. And then additional connections will get their IPs from the higher tiered router. But it doesn't let me do that. I like enter that into the options. There's an option there to set the pool, but I hit save and then it like resets. You should be able to plug the Google stuff directly into the fiber's LAN port. No, I do, and I have, and I did. So yeah, my Google Wi-Fi is up and working, but it's issuing IP addresses in a separate pool from the fiber Wi-Fi governing body. I don't know how to refer to these things as. They will fight each other. Yeah, or I could just unplug the Google Wi-Fi and just have it as like a backup. Because what they gave us is actually working pretty good. It even is fine. It gets my Xbox down here in the basement, and both the wireless points are upstairs. Or turn off the fiber Wi-Fi. See, I don't want to do that because I need it to get this computer, because this computer is hardwired, is on an Ethernet cable. Why am I going up this mountain? It's only going to lead to tragedy. I mean, the only other way to go around that would be if I ran a new Ethernet cable through the floor of where the fiber is down here to the basement. Are both Wi-Fi the same subnet mask or different? The subnet will be an issue. Probably. They're like the defaults is probably like 255, 255, whatever, right? I'll be honest, I don't know what a subnet is. That's just a setting I've always been like, okay. They seem to have that figured out. Gone too deep.
You're not Nana. Nana's dead.
Leave her alone, Pizza Man. Thank you for 3 months in the subtub. Subtub. Hello?
Got my...
She's a expert dumper. Those are her words.
It's my words.
Front loader.
Yeah.
She was scooping
Mulch.
mulch with a front loader.
It was such
It was a waste of time. Would it have been faster with shovels?
absolute 100%. However, it gave everybody a break, and I only hit the truck once.
Hit the truck.
I mean, you gotta bump. You gotta get real close.
You gotta bump that truck.
I did bump it. I said that if I bumped it too. Fuck it.
Just flip it, just like you do in SnowRunner. You just flip the truck back over with the front loader.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, all these years that litter, too. I would be and have an audience. That was the thing.
She had an audience.
I had a full audience, including. Right?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
I'm sorry. By you. I don't have.
I didn't see that at all.
You were elbows. You were inside and then.
I was inside the engine
Essentially,
bay
I was out breaking.
multiple times.
I had to do some emergency irrigation.
Emergency irrigation surgery.
Hours. Start in it. 5:50. Checked it. Out of.
Major leakage. A dump. Today was a day of dumps and leaks.
I'm here for
This is the humor that they stay here for.
very last one. Cut it. I
Mm.
did major surgery.
Very busy day.
They claim they're from another dimension.
Another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Kurt jokes for 101 months.
Tier 3 sub pallet hands. 101 months. Much appreciated. Tier 3 sub tub.
Then our tailgate and the other truck.
She lost a bucket because the tailgate's broken on the truck.
Yeah. Honestly, everybody was working so hard, moving fucking hard. And as soon as it came to like doing flow and collecting data, I thought everybody. I've never seen that hard or. That's
Whoa. I mean,
just collecting data, you know, standing there with a clipboard. Is
standing
like,
with a
painful.
clipboard.
Yeah, I was driving the other truck. Pretty good. Zip topping.
Zip zocking in the dumper.
Up and down and. I wanted to kill him.
Illegal. She didn't even get to do the data. What?
Oh, yeah,
I can't hear a word you're saying.
I know.
Kalashi.
Kalachikis.
Kalachikis.
Yeah.
No, the little things we had on my birthday. The bun.
Oh, yeah.
What are they called?
I thought they were kolaches, but I don't know how to pronounce
Yeah.
it. It reminded me of both a bready pierogi
A bready pierogi.
or a roshki. It's
Or a
much,
pierogi.
yeah, like a
Russian pierogi. Apparently there's a type of donut called a goulash. But the goulash that they say it is ends in an E and not the H.
I don't remember. It was very much like I mean, is there any? We have any UK members?
Probably not right now.
It's
Nobody
essentially
from
a
the UK.
sausage roll in
A sausage roll, but in a circle,
Yeah.
not rolled, bunned.
bun.
That's literally how I described it, and they didn't even believe me. This is the sort of treatment I get in my own Discord channel.
I mean, it was a pierogi. That's what I would call it. It was a savory punchki. Savory punchki.
A savory punchki?
Yeah. Talk about weird.
Weird words.
Sausage rolls don't. They really are. Sausage roll does not need to happen here. Have enough. The health country.
Depends on keeping sausage rolls out.
Yeah. They are good out. I mean, they're good, and then you eat. Yeah, so if you fill your patchki with, fill your punchki with breakfast.
Materials.
Well, I don't know.
A fork, a knife. Eggshells.
Your fork and your knife are not your material.
They're,
Eggs and your bacon are.
I suppose. And now you're a lawyer.
We have too many children.
We have two monies, no children. That is also a username. That I will congratulate you on getting somehow.
Oh, God. I was like, what does blazit mean?
What is blazit?
I couldn't read it. I mean, they have two children. Leave them alone. Have to do. That's all I have.
That's
I was
it.
talking about a bucket truck.
Bucket truck.
Stopping around. Bucket truck.
Wolfie? There he is. Alright, I'm not reading all that. So either congratulations or my condolences.
The thing is, they weren't dough though. It wasn't a puff dough. It was bread, like just a bread dough.
Well, it was yeast, but it was bread. It was like a hamburger bun that you never slice open, but the food is baked inside of it.
Still donut.
But not a donut. It wasn't
No,
fried.
like Billy. Look up freaking pierogi. It's the same.
These people don't look things up.
Now they send you a brick of.
Okay.
I'm making things.
So back to the Wi-Fi routers. What was the solution? Do I need to give them different subnet masks? Call Comcast. I mean, I guess, like I said, since... Oh my gosh, how did you take that much damage? Since working on the Volvo, I'm all about wasting money. Either set the fiber Wi-Fi to connect to the Google system, or maybe use a wider subnet so that they might talk to one another. Well, I don't think the fiber... Well, that's the problem. The fiber Wi-Fi is also the company's Wi-Fi. It's not just like a generic Wi-Fi machine. So it's tied into their system as well. I basically, even though I paid for it and I bought it and it's mine, I need to bite the bullet and just disconnect the Google Wi-Fi and rely on my fiber Wi-Fi. Just add the Google Wi-Fi to the ever-growing closet full of old routers and Wi-Fis and hard drives, keyboards, and other technological miscellany. That might one day come in handy in the future, but probably won't. It wasn't cheap. When did I get that? I got that, like, after the first Flobathon, because I needed it in order to stream from the garage, which happened so much on this channel. Honestly, if I wanted to do that, I still might need it. So I guess maybe I'll need to set up the Google Wi-Fi if and when I do any more garage streams or bonsai streams or whatever. Truncated spooky noises. Or kitchen streams. I feel like it'll be fine in the kitchen, because I have a line of sight to where the router Wi-Fi is. Or are you more or less making fun of how many kitchen streams we've not had? Make the Google Hub a very narrow subnet mask. I've not tried changing the mask as the thing. I've tried changing the IP pool. Are you just saying things without any knowledge or evidence to back it up? Anyway, didn't I say 90 seconds later? It was a little bit more than 90 seconds because the girlfriend came home and had to chat for a little bit. But I regret asking that question. I really think there'd be an option on Google to just act as an access point. You'd think. I mean, for what it's worth, the Comcast router had an option to just go into bridge mode because they knew that some people would like to use their own Wi-Fi router. But not Google. No, sorry, Bob Barino. Oh, that's we also what day was that? Not my birthday. I'm sure I told you about the English ivy we have covering like a fourth of our backyard. The girlfriend sprayed it with herbicide a couple weeks ago and it's kind of started to die, so we ran it over with the lawnmower. That was an allergy day too, because we were stirring up years and years and years of pollen that had rested on the ivy. Yeah, we got most of the greenery with the lawnmower, but all the roots and vines, we gotta, like, by hand, start pulling them up. So we can make room so that other weeds and invasive species can start growing in that spot. Kind of dark, Kurt. Trying to find a suitable place for a hidey hole. Alright, this is suitable. I'm scared. Pew pew pew. Oh. Well, that'll have to do, I guess. Weed. There is a way if your ISP router can do a bridge mode, maybe. Well, that's the problem. I need the ISP to be the router. Because it has a pod. Through which I am currently streaming. Because that pod is where the old router was. Because I have a hard line going. Anyway. So if I feel like if I put that into bridge mode, then it when you put it into bridge mode, it disables the Wi-Fi. At least that's how the Comcast one works. Because they're like, oh, you have your own Wi-Fi? Never mind. We'll let it handle everything. Damned if I do and damned if I do. Alright, let's go to sleep and back up this tiny little 77 gigabyte world. We're getting some good numbers here. 77,200.16 megabytes.